Chat, I have once again done the unthinkable. I've gone on the internet and I have downloaded a Magic the Gathering deck. You wouldn't download a card, don't download a deck, chat. Net decking is stealing. Now, thankfully for all of you at home, since I have already stolen this deck, I'm giving you all express permission to copy it from me. So we've got Elves, we got Leaf Crown Visionary, new card from Dominaria. We've got some Jumpstart friends, we've got some other various lords, and lots of good one-drops. We got a cheeky Defiler of Vigor here at the top end of the curve, as well as collecting our company. Let's pop on into some games of Historic with this and see how it goes. Alright, I successfully play bladed. It almost got me there, but we managed to survive.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault. Off you go.
So casting this Elvish Mystic actually nets me mana. Supposed to kill the Liliana there. I don't know. She's only at 1. Have to like bin a card from their hand to make her do anything. Our draw was pretty unimpressive that game, and we still won. Kind of neat. Snakeskin Veil seems fine. I don't know that I want to bring in Heroic Intervention. They probably don't have sweepers. Yeah, Lair of the Hydra did some heavy lifting there for sure. Trim that. Jaspera Sentinels, I think. Man, can we get Shaman of the Pack in the next historic anthology? Pioneer anthology, whatever kind of anthologies we've got going on. Is 3 layers too much? Probably not. I don't know. I just copy and pasted the deck off the internet, Entity. I have no defense of the decision making here. Poker face, poker face, my. What's going on, A-Team? Thanks for hanging out for almost 2.5 years. Happy Wednesday afternoon.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
Hey, they run out of Doom Blades eventually, right? Right?
Drop it.
I'm sorry, what? It's a card type for Terrago. If it's something. What a mixed up cage and ley line, something.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Oh no! What's going on, Messiah? Thanks to 11 months. Welcome back. Oh no! Plays here, very unlucky. Alright, we're looking for double Lord here. Well, they knew we had collecting company, Thorks, so they wanted to, not run into it. Some Rick Sage for the Night of Souls Betrayal. think I can keep this because of the 2 creature lands. It's close though. Oh, misclick. Forgot to attack with the second one. Unlucky. Over, let Layla come over. This is the part where the United Souls betrayal me, right? And I just feel real awful about it. Maybe I'm just supposed to, like, fire up Allosaurus Shepherd and correct them for 11 last turn. So, you're dead? Okay, good shit. Good shit. That's why the castle's in the mana base, chat. So you can help activate your Shepherd ahead of curve. Yeah, they need to push the Shepherd. They must have missed the fact the castle could ramp to it. And when in doubt, Eldrain them out, chip. Goblins is actually one of the better performing decks currently in Historic based on the untapped metrics. I assume they sacked Munitions Expert to cast Munitions Expert here. Probably dead. Hey, what's going on, Cookie? done here? This gives us some blockers, but really don't have any big mana or velocity really at this point. This is a dual dex product, something like that. Lordy, lordy. Alright, we'll take game 2 on the play here. Have any sideboarding that's useful for this matchup? Not really. I think this is just like a race to the finish. Just like kind of stand on opposite sides of the room and raise our hand when we're done. Well, to be fair, we were slowed down because our opponent did interact with us. We're definitely a little bit more linear than they are. But they definitely have some draws that don't interface. Yeah, I think that the games like try and grind out. That's probably not good for us. I don't think that we want to be on a skews axis in this matchup. Turn to Partisan seems insane.
I see you wish to join the vanquished dead of... You underestimate our strength.
This thing hits her Unite move really quick too. Just like could turn 4, get a Regal Force potentially.
We will endure all trespassers.
Our turn to win the race, Chip. Now who's laughing? Now who's laughing?
To all who respect the land.
Pretty unlucky, chat. We're gonna have to discard the hand size. Oh man, it's been a while. It's been a while since I put a Regal Force into play. Do I want Primal Might on the draw? Maybe. I don't know. A lot of other things are big enough that I have to like pay for X. I'm just gonna try and win the race again. Maybe they won't have a Munitions Expert. We'll be able to just run away with it again. Definitely mulliganing 7s that don't have a turn 1 accelerant in them. I think we need that, especially on the draw. Just like we drew it up. That doesn't cast Munitions Expert shit. This has more upside getting into play, right? If they don't have an expert here. We actually just like full pop off this turn, right? Oh my god.
Those who feel it will harmony with nature is our greatest strength.
just, maybe an above average turn 3. Your move, Yugi boy. It raises hand from across the room. I finished. Did I win? They can Muxus us this turn, right? If they have a good turn 4 Muxus, they can maybe do stuff. Consider being this lucky, Chan, I mulliganed for this hand. Okay, we have a game. We have a game.
Skyshroud is home to many of my kin.
Just have to seek another elf, which is unfortunate.
I will not shy away from savagery. Join the fight, my kin.
Urquan, thank you for the 21 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Abilities. The dinosaurs don't trample. So what does making dinosaurs accomplish? I expect to head over to Snap. In about an hour, we'll flip over to Snap here. Stacks. Afternoon. Yeah, this might be a game that our lack of Crater Hoof loses us. We can be dead this turn, right? It was really unfortunate we had to down-tick the second Freyalise to keep drawing, and we weren't able to use her to untap an Archdruid to keep going through our deck. Gosh, Azuri would be absurd. Azuri would just be absolutely absurd. We're just dead, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're actually just dead. Well, 15, 18, 20. I mean, it's not really that insane. You consider being on the play? Yeah, I mean, their Kranko's really good, chat. Alright, and again, our draw was also unlucky. If we would have just had another creature in there, we would have been able to untap. We would have been able to untap our Archdruid, and then we would have had enough blockers there. Cranko is low-key the best thing in the opponent's deck. It's just Muxus helps them get to it consistently while also having a large board state. I don't think on the play in the dark I have to mulligan a hand that doesn't have an accelerant, especially when we've got a good 2-3. But like this is good. You made dinosaurs, you still would have lost, but you would have had dinosaurs. Accurate. Alright, not having Elvish Mystic in the mirror seems bad, but I'm also going first, so maybe, he says? Oh, it's not a mirror. Okay. Who's got 2 thumbs and dies to Embercleave? This guy right here. Alright, them using their removal spell before we play Archdruid seems very good for us. My children grow. Hey, what's going on, Python? Thanks for the 55 months. This deck does have big Kool-Aid Man through the wall energy. That's true. Accurate descriptor of what we're doing here. I'm bringing a couple of protection spells that clicks a bit, I think. I stopped pulling at that point, Python. I'm waiting for them to release the 3rd wave before I pull anymore. Are you missing a couple of key multicolored ones still? You're still missing Butterfree, brutal. Yeah, I'm missing Moltres is the only double color one I'm missing. I'm just like pulling my 1 per day at this point. You actually can't pull Mew out of the thing yet. Go on, Archmage, 6 to 22 months. It's there, but it's not actually in the gacha system. Untapped land is sick here because it means I get to play Archdruid whilst holding up protection. I haven't seen much Scissor, no. I usually don't watch the early access stuff for that. Kills some of my personal hype. Rather wait till I can actually play with it. Might be far enough ahead at this point that we don't catch up here. We'll see. Our lands are large.
You and I are gonna take them out.
I didn't hold up Veil. Maybe I'm supposed to draw a card with one of those and just hold up Veil instead of playing them both out. Double block here. Just hoping to draw any creature at this point so we can get Leaf Crown Visionary to cantrip a little bit for us. That could potentially keep us in the game. How about a land? Does that keep us in the game, Chip? Probably not.
Today's my lucky day.
Lair does block nicely here, is accurate. We have 5 mana from Archdruid, plus 4 more, 5 more, potentially.
I knew you needed my help. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Miss that. Come on, creature. Couple of creatures here. Let's just get going. It's a nice one. Makes up for our brick in the last game, I suppose. So I don't have to attack with this. This means I don't kill the Chandra, but it means my Lord doesn't die to the Lovestruck Beast. I want to keep my Lord. I'm going to 4 this way. Kind of 2.
This'll be easy.
Okay, I mean, I think that's better for us than, I think that's actually better for us than taking 2 when we're at 6 here. No, I'll take a builder on Corel. I like money. I can give my board +6/+6. Or +4/+4 if I attack with one of the Archdruids. If I attack them with everything, they block 4. And then they take at least 16 with +4/+4. Okay, yeah, they're dead. Pump up, the bump up, the wump up, the jam. Bump up, the pump up, the wump up, the jam. What's going on, Vortal? Thank you for the tier 3 and for the 26 months. Welcome back. Is it Warmaster once per turn? Nah, it's just 7 mana. Yeah, I ended up doing a last minute swap, Logan. The session's up on YouTube if you missed it. Because Snap did a patch last night, so I didn't want to play Snap before they patched. Yes, yeah, really good patch. We got but in addition to a couple of key nerfs to things like Mr. Negative, they also buffed a bunch of cards. We see an ongoing deck with buff Blue Marvel. We definitely can, Corral. Thanks for the biddies. That's super generous. Yeah, Marvel curving eloquently into Onslaught is a nice one to know. You seen the snake be useful yet? I have not drawn the snake yet, no. Eight deck Chandra and Goblins, eh? Come on, Dr. Sinsen. Start coming back for a year and a half. Afternoon. Yeah, it ramps to Muxus a turn sooner? Sure. What a just absolutely unlucky series for us. We just had the worst beats in these Goblins matchups so far. That was some bullshit. They played Shade Whirler off the top, and then they flipped up Skirt Prospector to be able to sacrifice this to kill our Archdruid. I will say I think that's one of the things Snap does so much better than other card games, because the games are short. When there's variants like that that's super unlikely to happen, it feels a lot less bad. Because, like, here, I'm getting hosed off by them getting really lucky, but I have to play this match for 30 minutes as opposed to 3 minutes. Such a miserable experience. Chill on the Archdruid for now because they have a Chandra in
I
hand.
see you wish to join the vanquished dead of dominatorial history. We blossom with nature's magic.
Ooh, that's another good point as well, Glitch, that I hadn't thought about. The cube and snapping system in Snap does make the bad beats feel better. because you're like, oh, okay, I got unlucky, but I can retreat here and lose less. Whereas when you lose in other card games that don't have the snapping system, you just like lose the same amount as when you win. There's so many good little things like that that Snap does that from the psychology perspective make it feel so much better than the average card game. There's no way that game isn't huge when it releases, I don't think. It just does so much, right? I was conceding to the Muxus on top of their deck, but they were about to call the Dark Dweller back a Goblin Shade Whirler, which was actually even worse for us somehow. Biggest of oofs. Glad to have you here, Simply. I wonder how my audience compares to other Magic. I feel like, and it's definitely just anecdotal, I should put out a sub-survey and ask that as a question. How many people are here that watch Magic content that no longer really play? Because anecdotally, I feel like I hear that from a lot of different usernames. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not everyone, right? Like, there's a chunk of people that play as well. Suri up in the Prime Super League. We have the Defiler of Vigor, chat. Let's go. Look at how easy this game is. I hope they knock the Lord of the Rings set out of the park. No joke. I think the full Lord of the Rings set is Magic the Gathering's best opportunity to grow their player base since Magic Arena hit open beta. I took a 3-month break for Magic Arena, which means I missed 8 sets and will no longer be able to catch up. Oof. Oof, it's funny. Speaking of 8 sets, we have an Alchemy set releasing soon, right? Any day now? Talked about that before, Xtor. That honestly sounds like the best way to play Magic casually. Just like buy pre-balanced EDH decks, just like let them be a board game that you paid a set price for. A snake, oh, it's a snake. All right, I'm on. I think I'm down for the Defiler of Vigor chip. I don't think I can keep an Elvish Mysticless hand on the draw at 7. Yeah, I can see that, Orgy. I hope the power level of the Lord of the Rings set is super high as well. I will thrive on the sodium of modern players upset they have to play Legolas and hobbits in their decks to be competitive. Me too, Smearl. It's just like, I don't need to put salt on my food for like an entire month. I reinstalled when Explorer hit, crafted a Grixis deck Jeff was playing, realized what I had done and uninstalled. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings set is coming to Magic Arena as well, and it's going to be legal in Modern and Legacy. It's going to be a banger, as the kids say. That was the moment when my entire career was ended, champ. This deck is so different than the Explorer deck we just played. The Explorer deck we played before this was 5-color Enigmatic Fires, and it had like a lot of really complicated lines and like holding on and like figuring stuff out. This deck, we just like figure out if we're mulliganing or not, and then after we mulligan, our hand just auto-plays itself. You just like hope it's good enough. And sometimes it is, and we win, and sometimes it's not, and we die. This deck, the agency in playing a deck like this, your choices that matter, are how you mulligan and how you sideboard. Yeah, it's mostly an auto battler. So, I was really enjoying where Historic had headed after the most recent nerfs, but I have to say, I think Goblins is one of the worst play experiences that's ever existed on Magic Arena, and the fact that it's risen to prominence with the addition of Horde Master really is pretty frustrating. Muxus is just such a low player agency card to experience. Just kills you and none of your choices matter. There's very little counterplay. I mean, I bet if you asked Jim Davis if he preferred Goblins play patterns with or without Muxus, I'd wager money Jim would tell you that without Muxus is more interesting. Goblins would be like a pretty interesting grindy deck if it didn't have Muxus in it. But instead, you're just like this crappy Collected Company-esque combo deck. It's just like pretty dry. He says that all the time in his stream. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. The reason I dislike the Goblins deck is because of the combo angle of it, not the Goblins themselves. Yes, speaking of crappy collecting companies, its ears must have been burning. That's true. If there's gonna get a one-card collecting company, at least it was a good one. Womp womp. Die to this Mux this next turn, is what it is. Am I dead yet? Maybe the Muxus will miss all of its hits, Jeff. Okay, and with Dwynen's Elite, this is basically Mana Dork. No collecting company this turn, but still a good bit of power in play, he says, before getting Chain Warlord. I'm gonna start Marvel Snap. I don't really feel like playing against Goblins anymore. I don't know that it's unwinnable. We've lost, like, we had some like bad beats that happened in it, but I don't feel like starting a third Magic deck, and this deck just doesn't have enough player agency. It's like, even decks that have player agency on average just don't have a lot of agency into Goblins. Can we get a balance patch for this game, Magic the Gathering? Let's play the game that gave us a balance patch that actually cares about what their game feels like.